Jeff Bezos has been the CEO of one of the most valuable companies in the world for over 25 years. But has he always been this successful, or has he also faced adversity? In this video, Jeff Bezos reveals the 10 biggest mistakes of his career. Watch the video and prevent yourself from making these mistakes in your career. Before starting, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more future updates. So let's start. The future Goliath of e-commerce, Amazon, was co-founded by Jeff Bezos in a Seattle garage in 1994. Before most people even knew what the internet was. He left his job as a Wall Street hedge fund employee to try his hand at starting an online business. The CEO of Amazon indicated in an interview with Time magazine that he gave Amazon a 30% chance of success. Bezos remarked, "That's actually a pretty liberating attitude, expecting to fail." Bezos, who is currently among the wealthiest persons on the planet, was the first American to reach a net worth of more than $150 billion in the 30 years that Forbes has been keeping track of the country's wealthiest citizens. According to Forbes, his net worth was predicted to be $201.6 billion as of July 19, 2021. As of July 2021, Amazon's market value was $1.776 trillion. Bezos is obviously doing something extremely right, but he has also made a lot of mistakes. Number 10. Crucible. Amazon released Crucible, its first high-end video game, in May 2020. But a month later it switched to an invite-only closed beta. By October 2020, construction had been put on hold indefinitely. You take part in a squad sent to a lush, unspoiled planet with the mission of stealing all of its natural resources in order to make money in Amazon Games' debut title. The free-to-play, cooperative PC shooter was created in collaboration with Relentless Studios, and was one of 3 Amazon Studios games that were initially revealed in 2016. It was finally released after being much anticipated and then COVID delayed. Only 2 of those have succeeded, and Crucible, along with MMO New World, is a crucial component of Amazon's impending assault on the game industry. The dev team is leaving Crucible to concentrate on New World and other Amazon Games projects. According to an end-of-development FAQ on the Amazon Games website, the page included information on how customers might ask for refunds. Uncertainty surrounds the amount of money Amazon lost on Crucible, although Huego Studios estimates that AAA game development costs range from $60 to $80 million. Number 9. Haven. Haven was established in 2018 as a healthcare joint venture between Amazon, Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway, and JP Morgan Chase. 3 years after its formation, Haven, a joint venture between 3 of America's most influential corporations, is ending, CNBC has exclusively discovered. According to insiders with direct knowledge of the situation, the company started telling employees Monday that it will close by the end of the following month. As each company makes progress in its endeavors, many of the 57 employees of the Boston-based organization are anticipated to be transferred to Amazon, Berkshire Hathaway, or JP Morgan Chase. Despite this, the 3 businesses are still anticipated to work together informally on healthcare projects, with the potential to spread to other American enterprises. It sought to improve healthcare services and lower insurance costs for workers and their families at these 3 corporations. Although a unique concept, Haven struggled to realize its objectives and had multiple changes in senior management throughout its relatively short existence. Haven announced in January 2021 that it would stop operating at the end of February. Amazon's investment in the business is unknowable. Number 8. Pets.com and Cosmo.com. At the 2014 Ignition Conference for Business Insider, Bezos admitted, "I've made billions of dollars of errors at Amazon.com. Failures amounting to literally billions of dollars. Perhaps Cosmo.com or Pets.com come to mind. It resembled having a root canal performed without anesthetic. All of those activities are boring. They also don't matter, though." According to Newsweek, Amazon acquired a 50% share in Pets.com in 1999 and contributed to a $50 million financing round for the pet supply company. The internet store closed its doors in 2002. The New York Times reported that Cosmo.com received at least $60 million from Amazon. But the online retailer that promised one-hour delivery only lasted a few years before shutting down. However, the business returned in 2018 under new management with an improved business strategy. Number 7. Amazon Destinations. In April 2015, Amazon Destinations, a travel booking site specializing in quick local getaways, was introduced. 6 months later, in October 2015, the business ceased taking reservations, according to the Seattle Times. Bezos hasn't spoken publicly on the closure. But given that he's always taken chances in his work, he probably handled it well. In his speech to the Princeton class of 2010, he mentioned starting Amazon and added, "I didn't imagine I'd regret attempting and failing. And I had a sneaking suspicion that I would always regret choosing to give up." Number 6. Amazon Local Register. The Amazon Local Register, created for small enterprises, made its debut in August 2014. Square and PayPal were competitors of the secure card reader and mobile app, but they ultimately proved to be weak opponents. According to the New York Times, Amazon ceased selling new devices to businesses in October 2015 and canceled the program entirely in February 2016. Bezos remained silent about this particular setback. But it's safe to infer that he was pleased that Amazon had at least tried payment processing. At Business Insider's 2014 Ignition Conference, he said to Blogit, "What really matters is companies that don't continue to experiment, companies that don't embrace failure. They eventually get in a desperate position where the only thing they can do is a Hail Mary bet at the very end of their corporate existence. Whereas companies that are making bets all along, even big bets, but not bet the company bets, prevail." Number 5. Books deleted from Kindles. 2009 saw Amazon take down copies of George Orwell's 1984 and Animal Farm from Kindle readers, who had mistakenly bought the books from an unlicensed seller. The action incited controversy for both its censorship-like nature and the manner in which the firm handled the matter in general. Bezos quickly acknowledged the error of his business and apologized in front of the public. During a July 2009 earnings call, he said, "Our solution to the problem was dumb, thoughtless, and profoundly out of touch with our ideals. It is all self-inflicted, and we are deserving of the criticism. We shall draw strength from this terrible error's scar tissue to make future decisions that are more in line with our mission." Number 4. Amazon Wallet. Amazon Wallet debuted in July 2014 as a means to store and organize gift cards and store loyalty cards. The brief business attempt only lasted 6 months before the company folded, probably as a result of the wallet's inability to store credit or debit cards. Bezos probably didn't worry too much about Amazon Wallet's swift demise because he routinely emphasizes the value of failure-related lessons. He wrote in a letter to shareholders in 2015, "Failure, according to Bezos, is one area where I think we are really distinctive. I firmly believe that since we have had so much practice failing, we are the best place in the world to do so. Failure and invention go hand in hand." Number 3. Amazon Auctions and Z-Shops. In his 2014 annual letter to shareholders, Bezos acknowledged that marketplace's early days were not easy. "We started by introducing Amazon Auctions. If you include my parents and siblings, I believe there were 7 visitors. Auctions changed into Z-Shops, which was essentially an auction with a fixed price. Once more, no customers. To construct its marketplace platform, Bezos and his colleagues drew on the knowledge they gained from Amazon Auctions and Z-Shops. For the first time in the company's history, he disclosed in his 2017 shareholders letter that more than half of the things sold on Amazon globally throughout the year came from third-party sellers." Number 2. Amazon Test Drive. Amazon introduced its test drive function in March 2011, enabling consumers to try out apps before making a purchase. According to TechCrunch, the firm discontinued this function in April 2015 as a result of a sharp decline in usage and the growing acceptance of free apps. Bezos didn't mention the test drive failure by name, but in his very first letter to shareholders in 1997, he emphasized his strategy for dealing with failure. He said, "We will continue to analytically evaluate the success of our investments and our initiatives, eliminating those that do not deliver reasonable returns and stepping up our investment in those that operate best. We shall keep growing as a result of both our achievements and setbacks." Amazon's test drive function was novel and distinguished its App Store from other well-known ones like iTunes and Google Play. However, Amazon decided to discontinue the widely advertised feature in 2015. Later on, Amazon admitted that the popularity of free-to-play business models used by mobile apps was to blame for a large drop in utilization of the test drive service. Consumers had been interested in using the feature to check out mobile games. But by the time it was implemented, in-app purchases and advertising had replaced paid downloads, making it possible for customers to download apps for free. Numerous developers have completely ceased utilizing Test Drive in the final years of the service. Number 1. Askville.com. Askville.com, a website where users could ask questions and get responses from one another, was launched by Amazon in 2007. Even though the site amassed a considerable amount of data, it couldn't be maintained. 2013 saw the end of new business in Askville. Bezos might not even consider Askville's closure to be a failure because it served a purpose. He hasn't publicly expressed his opinions on the website, but he has been extremely forward about trying new things. In a 2018 interview with Matthias Döpfner, CEO of Business Insider's parent company Axel Springer, he said, "Very rarely are you going to regret something that you did that failed and didn't work or whatever. And I believe that the things you will regret the most when you are 80 are almost invariably the things you choose not to do. They are omissions, not acts." Watch more inspiring stories and tips from successful entrepreneurs, such as Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Gautam Adani, and Kim Kardashian, on investing, finance, lifestyle and choices on our channel. Every choice you make determines your future. If you learn from someone else's mistakes and act on the advice of a successful entrepreneur, you too can achieve this and change your future. Thanks for watching.